hardy endeavour than the Xmas mini break, I've yet to hear tell. Notwithstanding the poss of squandering 2 whole days, you could scupper your very Yule, an event which is, at best, annual. But do not snuff out your candle with winter slush, for I, the ill wind of Richard Ayoade, am here to get your seasonal mini break game strong.
In an Xmas spectacular that makes the most nuanced of nods to seasonal specificity, we'll rollick round the Renaissance in not-so-festive Florence. 10 mil visitors per annum trek to the Tuscan capital to fill up on art, architecture and intestines.
Yes.
Joining me to crash this conurbation and jab in some jarring Yuletide refs...
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
...is the living phenomenon.
Cheers.
Called Rebel Wilson. Together we will marvel at masterpieces.
He's bloody good at sculpting, isn't he?
Overreact.
That's a cure for jet lag.
Wow.
And participate in other activities.
Please.
Featured in this brief montage.
I have no idea where we're going. We're here, but should we have come?
See, Merry Christmas!
Florence is a mere 2.5-hour whiz from the United Kingdom, but a 12.5-hour whiz via Paris for LA-based Rebel Wilson.
Well, thank you for joining me for this Christmas special.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I feel very honoured.
Well, you're not. The complaints will come thick and fast, I can assure you, when you see the standards that we operate to. There probably isn't the time to tell you that this isn't the buddy cop franchise that you may have thought it could be.
What do you mean? We're not filming a movie?
No, this isn't a film. This is it.
Well, why have you brought me here?
I'm going to tell you why. Founded in 59 AD by Julius Caesar, Florence was the Italian capital in the 19th century for an exhausting 6 years. Famous Florentines include historical heavyweights Da Vinci, Machiavelli, cultural colossi Michelangelo, Dante and Botticelli, healthcare early adopter Florence Nightingale, and clothes enthusiasts Robert Cavalli and Guccio Gucci. We have Florence to blame for the piano, paved streets and Pinocchio, and if that wasn't enough, it also has the dishonour of providing the backdrop for Dan Brown's Inferno. Florence hosts not 1 but 2 Christmas markets, and in addition to the standard shiz, there's a parade on the 6th of January featuring the original 3 kings with their highly specific baby gifts. But because we're filming in October, we will provide no visual evidence of this.
Florence straddles the River Arno, and we are quartered in the area known as Beyond the Arno, or Oltrarno, as the Italians continue calling it.
Here we go.
This is looking very grand.
Thank you.
The Adastra declares itself to be a Hôtel Particulier, a grand townhouse fit for fancy types fleeing the country's clutches.
Look, they've rolled out the red carpet for us.
Please, this is not your first rodeo.
It occupies the first floor of a Florentine mansion sublet from Italian nobility.
Okay, I'll leave you to make your toilets in peace.
Okay.
Best of luck.
Oh, they have a rope. Yes.
Rooms feature eclectic decor, high ceilings and thoroughly visible baths. And overlooking one of the largest private gardens in Europe is this terrace which I'm pretending to find meaningful.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
But we can't tarry to take in topiary.
Rebel, we're on a schedule, yeah? No dawdling, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Before she succumbs to fatal slumber, I expel Rebel from the false Eden of her room and out into the Xmas fray of Florence.
Okay. So this is where the Christmas market would be. Mulled wines, very beautiful. Lots of festive trinkets, great atmosphere.
But right now, like, nothing's going on.
No, no, no. Right now it's empty.
Okay. Well, I can definitely see what it's not.
You can see the potential.
When were we getting gelato?
Soon. That's happening. That's my promise to you.
Please.
Come on.
Tanked up on Christmas cheer, we head for the nearest altar, which happens to be contained within this.
Here we are, Duomo, Florence Cathedral. Yeah?
Okay.
I told you it was Christmas special.
Let's crush
Straight
this
in.
cathedral. All right. Is this the VIP entrance?
Yeah.
With a build time of approx 600 years, the Duomo is one of Italy's most iconic constructions. Once inside, your retina will receive a fully figurative fresco, literally plastered onto the ceiling. To get an increased sense of scale and a high-level panoramic scope of the city, we jointly elect to ascend.
Do you want to climb the ladder? Of course you do.
All right.
Wouldn't it have killed them to put in a stair lift?
I feel like
Yes.
we're getting suffocated by the staircase.
Is that your resting noise?
Apparently, like, elite athletes make that noise.
Sure.
We break through to the balcony and get an intense ocular blast from Giorgio Vasari's hell-centric depiction of the Last Judgment.
Well, there you go.
Pretty spectacular.
The view on evil is not going to turn out well.
Yeah. If you're down in the fiery pits of hell, it's not good for you.
There's some imagery that is hard to interpret as positive.
Look at that. It's
Yeah.
like a winged beast
Three-headed.
eating a human,
Yeah.
but with a good torso.
Well, it's just eating lean protein.
Yeah.
We thump on between the inner and outer skins of the dome.
I thought the steps had ended.
No.
This masterpiece of Renaissance engineering could be unpacked by a person of substance.
My legs are starting to burn now.
But given my inherent inanity, this sequence is reduced to some snatched transitional shots.
Oh, that is steep. This bit's steep. It's fine. Push
Too
through.
steep. You're gonna
Yeah.
do the chant.
I just don't know.
Too
I just
steep.
don't know how effective it will be.
Too
I'll do
steep.
it. I agree. It is too steep. Come on. Yeah.
We did it! Oh, this is high.
It's pretty high. How are you vertigo-wise?
I'm a little afraid of
Yeah.
heights. Okay,
Okay. Stay on the railing. Yeah.
stay next to you.
You're okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, they've gone for a colour scheme,
Yeah,
and they're stuck with it.
beautiful. You can see countryside,
You can.
the city. Oh,
It's what Milton
oh.
Keynes could have been.
oh, okay. If you don't look right down at the people, it's a bit too much. Ah.
Yeah, they're pretty small.
Okay, wait. I might spew.
No, okay. Move back. Move back. Back away. Back away. We're back. We're very far from this. I'm guessing you've never worked in construction.
Only on the ground floor.
Ground floor.
Yeah,
You do basements.
yeah.
Before Rebel covers these comely climbs with chunks, we descend with dignity undepleted.
Do you want to go down?
Yeah.
Okay, go
You
first.
can go first.
I'll go first. This is
Okay.
good. Okay, you're going to go forwards or backwards? Forwards.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'll go forwards.
Forwards.
Just joking.
Stop it now.
No, that was
Okay,
a real.
That was a real one.
If you imagine an ascent reversed, you'll have a serviceable mental image of what passed before we arrived in this shot of the Mercato Centrale.
Markets, markets.
Market.
Rebel's absolutely right to repeat the word markets, because this is a market, and we're in search of some kind of Florence-specific sustenance. The Florentines lap up l'amprodotto, tripe made from my favourite cow stomach, the much-maligned fourth. After a humiliating shun of my offer to split a bun, Rebel heroically assents to taste via proxy.
Come on. You love it. Thank you. Grazie. You were missing out. You're missing out on this meaty goodness.
I know, but I'm also saving room for gelato.
You won't get any gelato if you don't eat your stomach.
I can't eat stomach.
Look at this. This is
Richard, no,
this is
I
lean.
can see it. I can see it out of the bread.
That's okay. It's got less calories than chicken. Why
I've
hasn't it
never
taken
heard
off?
of a tripe sandwich before.
Look at this. That looks a little fatty.
Okay, I'm just going to concentrate on the salad. How is it?
Well,
It's taking you a while to chew it.
It's offering a lot of resistance.
This salad's delicious.
Good. I'm going to have a little bit more. It's quite greasy. I am going to need probably to have a shower after eating this. But sometimes when a dish is local and doesn't travel, those locals have got to ask themselves why it's not travelling. Well, thanks for supporting me during this moment. Let's. I don't want to be rude, but I may leave this fella here.
With a gut full of belly, we bring part one to a welcome end. In the second quarter of this egregious epistle, we will gallop through galleries.
Maybe he had a thing for gingers.
Restage Deliverance.
This is a terrible idea!
And consolidate our Christmassy credentials.
Buon Natale, Buon Natale, Buon Natale.
Pitch-perfect star Rebel Wilson and I, the collapsed neutron called Richard Ayoade, have cantered through the first quart of our faux festive Florentine mini-break. Thus far we have stood in a bare square.
No. Right now it's empty.
Stared at some hills and quietly eaten meat. And now it's time to drop a stat like a hot plop in the snow.
You know UNESCO. You know your UNESCO stats.
Not really.
Of course you do. 30% of the most significant art in the world is here. It's got the highest concentration of important art in the world. So we should...
Okay.
I've allotted an hour, maybe 2 hours.
Plenty.
I think we can drink that in.
Yeah, we'll see some art, then get some gelato.
Okay, you've mentioned
Priorities.
that. You've mentioned that.
We begin at the Uffizi, originally built as an office block by my favourite 16th century bankers, the Medici family. As they creamed off the creme of Renaissance art, they needed somewhere to stash all this shiz. So the Uffizi became high-end wall space.
I'm starting to feel that 1 hour may not do this place justice.
So many things to look at.
They've not gone for minimalism. It is slippy, the floor.
Yeah,
They
is,
ought to.
yeah.
And there's no barrier here either.
Yeah, I know.
So
We can
you
totally,
could slide
we can
straight
totally
into this.
touch this.
Well, I mean, I'm perilously close to enthusiasm. This is the moment that Venus, the goddess of beauty and love, created from ocean spray and blown by the winds, lands up in Cyprus. Immediately takes a mini break.
It is very beautiful. Could have maybe put some dolphins in the ocean.
Yeah.
Just,
Jazz it
I mean,
up.
if I was the artist.
Yes. I'm sure they wouldn't mind if you put something down as a suggestion.
Yeah.
In pen.
Maybe he had a thing for gingers, because look,
You think?
the women are all gingers.
Or maybe you just had a lot of ginger paint left over.
Do you know it'd be really good to roller skate in here?
It would be. It might be a waste
so
of the
smooth.
facility.
Yeah, but imagine
I'm
you're
not
having a
denying the fact that it's
21st,
smooth. Right.
turn this into a roller skating rink.
If you could hire it out.
Yeah, and you're just like going through, yes, there's art, but then there's also, you're getting your cardio as well.
Exactly.
Midwen Twix venues, we find some of Florence's pleasingly restrained street art.
He's just stuck that on.
Yeah.
I'll come off with soap and water.
Yeah.
If you're gonna graffiti, get real.
We hit the Academia Gallery to see some massively dope sculptures by your main man, Michelangelo.
Do you sculpt?
No.
Less than you did.
Yeah, I mean, I used to.
You got busy.
Yeah. I used to go to this class called Body Sculpt
Okay.
at the gym.
Yes.
Yeah. Where you do like these ones.
You start in marble.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you just...
So I was pretty good at that.
Yes.
Before us stands the undisputed victor of the much-hyped Rumble with trash-talking, out-of-shape big man Goliath. It's your boy David. Michelangelo's monumental masterpiece was originally intended to go on the roof of the Duomo, but its well-impressiveness and weight meant that it stayed at ground level so that it could achieve its ultimate destiny of being framed in this wide shot.
It was uncarved for 25 years, Rebel. They thought they were imperfections.
Yeah.
You don't get halfway through this and have it split. You've got egg on your face.
Imagine.
You can't claw those 2 years back.
Yeah.
It'd be a nightmare. You'd be livid.
Yeah, you'd be spewing. I put marble in my new kitchen.
Yeah.
It was expensive. And that doesn't have
The detail.
of this.
It doesn't.
Yeah. But I went to the marble quarry and chose all my own marble.
Did you?
Yeah, just like Michelangelo
Just like
did.
Michelangelo before you.
Does, yeah.
I mean, he's bloody good at sculpting, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't even have a criticism.
I don't either.
I mean, it doesn't just make me feel bad, but there is that element that I may not achieve.
Something
I mean, my
that
life's
good.
not over. It's close.
But if you worked on something for 3 years.
I've worked on this for 3 years.
Yeah, on the show. Yeah.
Why is that
And how
funny?
does it compare?
That's my life.
Yeah.
It's my life, Rebel.
Yeah, well,
Is there a museum to it? Is it treated with respect? No, it's
yeah.
not.
Have you won any awards for this show?
Not even close. Something in the Midlands. Who cares? Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some more statues.
Yes. Yeah. How are you feeling?
Good. I'm feeling very cultured.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a huge input of data.
I've seen so many things today.
You're probably suffering from Stendhal syndrome.
What's that?
The French writer Stendhal, when he came to Florence,
Yeah.
found himself overwhelmed by the beauty.
Yeah.
Was woozy with it.
That's me, overwhelmed with beauty.
Exactly.
The only way we have to link to this next sequence is to pretend we're seeking a cure for this aesthetic affliction and then tilt down into the lobby of the Farmaceutica di Santa Maria Novella.
So this is the oldest pharmacy in Florence.
That's right, 1221.
It's a bit nicer than a Boots, isn't it?
It's no super drug.
This high-class farm was founded by Dominican monks to mash up meds for the sick. Unforgivably, they don't sell my usual allergy sprays, but there's a museum, a library, a herbalist's, and a historic sales room.
Hello.
Hello.
What are
Yeah.
some of the oldest remedies you have here?
Here, this one once was renowned as anti-hysterical water, so it was given to the brides in the past centuries to calm
So
down.
the hysterical ladies go like, oh. You just down this, and then you become like, oh, I'm so peaceful now.
Right.
What do you want to do, husband? I'll do it. Is that what happens?
Or this
Please.
one, it's called aromatic vinegar,
Okay.
but was given to people who was fainting to
Okay.
revive them.
Let's see this.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
The salts.
Yes. Yes.
That's a cure for jet lag.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go clubbing now.
Wow.
Woo!
This is a triumph.
Yeah.
Thank you.
With the new need for a kindly wind to soothe my savage cavities, I, like Al Green and David Byrne before me, demand to be taken to the river.
All right, Richard.
Yes.
What are we going to do now?
We're going to raft the Arno.
Woo!
Yes.
Adventures on the high
That's the
river.
response.
This 90-min trip will see us all through a heavily landmarked couple of the Arno's 150 miles.
Hi guys, hi everybody.
Oh, hi.
Are you ready to visit Florence from the river?
Yes.
You want to check the weather before you do this, because if this were raining, it's pretty bloody Christmassy though.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
This is a hot Christmas.
It's like an Australian Christmas.
I know. All we need is a barbecue in the middle of this thing.
Yeah, and a few prawns.
But before I get a chance to imagine some sizzling seafood, our guide casually dropped some shocking intel.
Like you probably are understanding, a weir is waiting for us.
How big a drop is this weir, which you've literally just told me about?
3 meters.
3 meters.
Yeah.
That's taller than me.
Should we have been wearing helmets?
Should we even be in a dinghy?
The weir was built to divert water for the city's mills,
Oh, I can hear the drop.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
and now provides an impenetrable barrier to our dignity.
Okay guys, follow my instruction, okay?
Really?
Oh my God, is anybody else scared? This is a weird feeling.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh,
For what?
what do we do?
Forward, go, 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 go,
Okay. To destiny.
go. Go, 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 go.
This is a terrible idea.
Woo! Yeah! Woo!
I mean, we fell
the pedals!
We did it! Woo!
As a way of quelling the adrenaline now coursing through my sinewy body, I go to my safe place, Planet Fact.
Italian National Library, founded 1714, houses 6 million books, flooded in 1966, almost lost a lot of good lit. Largest library in Italy.
You're a fact machine, Richard.
Thank you. Fact, paddle. Fact,
Yeah.
paddle.
Yeah.
Next, we sail under Florence's most famous landmark.
We're going up to the Ponte Vecchio.
In walled medieval cities, space was tight, so building on bridges was the norm. Butchers had shops here so they could dump their offal in the river, but I'm mindful of other projectiles.
I grew up in the suburbs, so I'm always on the watch for gobbing.
Yeah.
Next, we swan under the Ponte Santa Trinita.
We're just drifting under the oldest elliptical arch bridge in the world.
We can cross that off our bucket list too.
Tick.
And then a last lurch towards land.
I see the shore.
This is a powerful sense of achievement.
Yeah.
And lift.
Okay. Whoa.
Okay. How did you find that then?
Awesome. I mean, we crushed it. I'm not too good at carrying boats though.
I don't know why they're making us carry this boat all the way back.
Yeah,
It seems we
like
should
that
just go
was
back
under
in the
pressure.
river.
Ah!
As night wraps the city in its sunless sheet, I insist we dine in a manner that can trump the ocular excess of the day.
I've realised that I've come dressed as Jeremy Corbyn. I don't know if that's a problem.
Buonasera,
Hello.
benvenuti. Benvenuti.
Ah, benvenuti. Okay,
Wow.
what is this place?
This is a silverware workshop. We make chests, we make rings, we make
Oh,
cutlery.
rings.
Pre-Eve, Pampaloni produces a platter of silver produce. Post-Eve, the works canteen is transformed into a restaurant. It mixes glittering goblets, artisan benches, and a solid scattering of sophistos yakking on like there's no tomorrow.
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's not bad if I knee you in the elbow, is it?
No.
That's okay, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's polite.
At least it wasn't the.
That's normal dining.
But as the starters hit the table, my suspicion is pricked.
Did I miss the meeting? Why has everyone got the soup?
All the cool people got the soup.
I'm very worried now. That's a big spoon for soup.
I feel like I've got a silver spoon in my mouth.
I mean, you really do. This is very good. It seems strange to me that metal workers are also cooking this.
Haven't you been great at silverware and also great at cooking?
It doesn't make sense. Why can't they just be pretty bad at everything like me?
You're not bad at everything.
Name one thing I can actually do.
Wear a consistent clothing choice on a daily basis.
That's not a skill.
No.
A mannequin could do that.
Yeah, true.
And that's humiliating.
Insalata di polpo and parmigiana di melanzane are followed by ravioli di mozzarella al pistachio and tagliolini con gamberi rossi di masala.
All the Italian I know is from menus. Like pomodoro, spaghetti, margarita.
I don't even know that those last two count.
That's
If
Italian.
you're saying spaghetti
It
is one of your Italian words,
Spaghetti.
you can't just do the accent and claim it's a...
It truly is.
That's like me saying
caprese.
croissant and saying I
But
speak
that's
French.
no, I'm saying like actual Italian.
Okay.
Yeah. Lasagna.
Breadstick.
No, that's not Italian. Panini. Ravioli.
Ravioli.
Al fresco.
That's not...
Al
Lisa,
dente.
How have you found this as an experience? Would you recommend?
Bellissimo.
Good.
Perfecto.
Yeah?
I'm not sure
Spaghetti.
whether I know another Italian word.
You don't need anything else.
Okay.
The only thing we need is the Italian for Merry Christmas.
Yeah. How do you say Merry Christmas in Italian? Buon Natale. Buon Natale. Buon Natale.
Buon Natale.
Buon Natale.
Buon Natale.
Buon Natale.
Buon Natale.
Yeah. Buon Natale.
Buon Natale. Buon Natale. Buon Natale. Buon Natale. Buon Natale.
Having avoided any crass crowbarring of Christmas cheer, we graciously withdraw.
I hope after all this fuss about Christmas they don't delay transmission.
As soon as the sun commands us to rise, we will stereotype strangers,
I'm done.
forage in the brush, and walk around holding a phone.
This is kind of like playing Pokemon Go, but with historical sites.
A-list star Rebel Wilson and I, a man in a far too tight suit, are at the fulcrum of a frenetically full 48-hour flyaway in Florence. We have gandered, gasped, and grubbed.
I feel like I've got a silver spoon in my mouth.
You really do.
Today begins with cappuccino, a beverage that, under de facto Italian coffee regs, must be quaffed no later than 11 a.m.
I don't actually drink coffee.
Do you not? Well, this is ideal for you.
In 1884, the first espresso machine in the world was patented in Italy, and this nation has set the standard for hot, beanie water ever since.
So strange to be near a barista without a beard. I don't even know whether he can handle coffee.
The perfect Italian cappuccino is 25 mils espresso, followed by whole milk, half liquid, half foam.
Right. I think why I don't drink it is that because my mum drinks it. She always would have that coffee breath.
It's very pleasant.
And I'd just be like,
That's why you smell like rose water,
yeah.
whereas I smell like a failing geography teacher. If you're going to try coffee, this is probably the place. But I
Should I take a sip?
I don't want to be a pusher.
That's such a strong smell. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that's okay. You're in, you're through the other side. Yeah? That's the face of someone enjoying a coffee. Come on. No?
Not for me.
Fine.
No.
By way of apology, I pluck out a couple of pastries featured on these two trays.
Tell me how that is.
Yeah.
Seems good.
Yeah. You want to try some?
It's low. Is it good? It's a good one. This isn't straightforwardly Italian, but I think it's worth trying.
Yeah, because a croissant would be kind of French, wouldn't it?
When custard gets involved,
Whatever.
who knows where it's from?
Yeah. That good.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we go? We're on a...
All right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'll just
polish that off.
complete this, yeah.
Okay.
I'll just wait in here. I'll be coming. Yeah. I'll be right there, Richard. I'll just... Scusi. Can we get 10? 10?
10, no?
Yeah, just in the back. Yeah. You still have his credit card? Okay, good.
As morn continues its post-dawn route, I suggest we flee the city to sift through soil.
We're going to go truffle hunting.
Yes. Okay.
At last.
Yes.
Okay, here's our car.
Really? Oh my gosh, how stylish.
Come on.
To get to the truffle fields, I've wazzed our wad on hiring a classic car, just so that we can feel even more conspicuous.
I just have one question. You drive on the right?
Yeah, most of the time, yes.
On the right. And in terms of roundabout, who am I giving way to?
The guy's coming from the left.
From my left?
Yeah, you're ready to
I'll
go.
almost definitely remember some of that.
Let's do this.
It'll be fine. That's great.
Grazie.
Prego.
I'm getting so good at the Italian.
I mean, it's off the hook.
Yeah. I feel like I'm an Italian movie star. Buongiorno, ciao!
I have no idea where we're going. I can't believe he just handed over the keys like that.
I know.
I mean, look at me.
Go truffle hunting.
I'm not safe to drive this car. He knew that. I'm no Matt LeBlanc.
The short journey into the hills gives us a chance to compare notes on our impending Yules.
This Christmas, I'm going to a private island.
Get the heck out of here.
Yeah, with some friends.
A private island.
Yeah, we're all flying
in,
in.
It's like a shy island. Where is the private island?
It's in the Pacific Ocean somewhere.
Good night.
You get one of those little tiny planes.
Sure.
Where you fear for your life, and then relax, and then I'm bang into filming Pitch Perfect 3.
I think a lot of people will be doing something very similar to that.
What are your Christmas days like?
Christmas Day, London-based. We might kick things off, Peckham style.
Yeah.
With some air pollution. And
where is Peckham?
Peckham Southeast, jewel of the Southeast.
Ah.
It's, oh, hello. Come on. Don't give up on me now.
Oh,
Oh, no, that's too much.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's all good. It's all good.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Watch the
It
jogger.
was the thought of Peckham Christmas.
And do you cook at Christmas?
I do not cook. I'm sometimes allowed to handle the brandy butter.
Oh,
I'm turning. Does it help with the
Turning.
Italian accent?
After an effortless 5.5 miles of Steve McQueen-style driving, we rendezvous with Giulio Benucci, truffle hunter, and Eda, a creature of unparalleled violence.
We're ready?
we're ready.
Andiamo.
Okay.
Andiamo.
I guess that must mean follow him.
Yeah. How long have you been truffle hunting for?
Now it's 8 years.
8 years.
Ah.
If the nativity had taken place in Tuscany rather than not Tuscany, perhaps one of the wise men would have been carrying a truffle, the highly prized edible fungus.
What type of truffles are we hunting for?
Here, black autumn truffles.
Even for someone of my legendary bushcraft, truffles can be hard to find.
Andiamo a vedere, vai su, vai.
But once Giulio unleashes Eda's infallible nasal receptors,
I get a very good feeling from this dog.
a truffle collecting system is initialized.
Truffle.
Come on.
Brava, Eda.
Oh, there's one.
Eda, brava.
Hey.
Oh,
Eda starts snuffling truffles in a delirious frenzy,
Brava, truffle.
Look at Eda.
locating 120 post-Brexit euros worth of fungi
How it's big.
Eda. Look at Eda. Stone-faced killer.
in a matter of mins.
Truffle.
Eda's really making up her quota.
What? She
No.
found another one.
Stop it, Eda.
Eda,
Oh, come off it, Eda.
look at our
Eda.
stash so far. Oh,
Well,
she loves
well,
it. I just gave her like 30 euros worth of
More,
truffle.
maybe more.
Oh,
that's quite an intense flavour.
that's incredible.
Surprised they don't do pedigree charming truffle flavour.
Truffle.
Truffle!
To,
Truffle!
to, to.
Ah.
Ah,
Yes.
please.
Yeah.
What
Eda.
goes on the trail stays on the trail. Eda, I mean, congratulations. What a hound.
Yeah.
And our sojourn in sod does not end here. Because Giulio knocks up some gnocchi before grating on our freshly fetched garnish.
Wow.
That's piling on the truffle.
Buon appetito.
Very
Yeah.
pleasant. Thank you. That's very good.
Grazie.
Oh,
So, allora, I hope you to see you again in a few other seasons, as here in
oh
Tuscany.
yeah. Because for me, it's only a 14-hour flight
It's just a 14-hour flight.
with a stopover in Paris.
What's the problem? Why don't you come more often?
If I lived in England, I would. That's only 2.5 hours, isn't it?
Let's not get into a comparison.
Oh.
They're both flights,
Yeah.
and they're both equally tiring.
Well,
This is excellent.
Yeah.
I've never had fresh truffle before.
Really?
It's good.
we hand caught the truffles.
I've got to say, I really don't feel I can take much credit for what's happened here.
You drove us here.
I did. Thank you. Well, we have to press on. I feel bad. I feel like I'm essentially leaving you with washing up to do. But we've got a lot
Yeah.
booked in. I'm going to have to chew the rest of this in the car.
With my belt of no further use to me, we hop in the Alpha and roar back to the smoke.
I think the star of that was Eda.
You know, they're worth between 50 to 100,000, those dogs.
I mean, that's cheap for Eda. I don't think
I
you
would
should
pay
even
it.
be able to buy Eda. Eda hires you
Yeah.
as her assistant.
She chooses her owners.
I mean, Eda's incredible. I'm going to stay in touch with Eda.
Despite our already colossal achievements, we thirst for more Florentine facts.
Look at this. We're discovering Florence the way it should be discovered, by looking at a phone.
This app, developed by British historians, uses a 6th century map of the city inked by a Benedictine monk.
And now we too can live his journey. Well,
So it's a walking tour, your
Yes.
own walking tour.
you walk anywhere.
You don't have to pay for the person with the little umbrella.
No,
Right,
let's see what
okay,
they have
so
to
we-
say.
A palace. They've been building it for a couple of years now, the Strozzi.
Our guide is Giovanni, a fictional worker in the wool trade who gives a proletarian perspective on the Renaissance.
It's not far from where I work and across the street from the apothecary. He tells me all about it.
This is what Danny Dyer did in his wilderness years.
Look at the size of those blocks of stone. Look at the size.
Oh, I can see.
All the houses.
At 17 different spots, the phone's position triggers Giovanni to spin us a yarn that richly evokes the life and character of the city.
This is kind of like playing Pokemon Go, but with historical sites.
At any point, there's the option to press Hear More and get historical context.
Francesca's got a head on her
The audio commentary is very
She's one of
in-depth.
the Treccole, just outside the city.
Some of this I don't feel I need to know. Okay, this is great.
Yeah.
He is improvising. Let's go.
All right.
Down here.
Okay. I guess this would be good for people who like walking.
Yes. I'm walking now. I can't believe it. Much like I would have walked so many years
I
ago.
feel an English accent in here.
Giovanni's historical nous is humbling, but we have to break character in order to make way for more commercially pressing exhortations. On our return, we will look deep inside.
I'd say this is a second date kind of place.
Tell a flat-out lie.
It's good.
Yeah.
And conclude a quest.
Hey, come on. Please.
We enter the closing chapter of our infrequently festive Florentine festival. And as this series of unforgettable images show, we have made best endeavours to record a respectable range of the city's attractions.
When were we getting gelato?
Soon. That's my promise to you.
But as time slips between our fingers like last Tuesday's juice, I determinedly drag Rebel to one of Florence's more esoteric enclosures.
I'm glad they've got that rhino under control.
Yeah. This is pretty good.
Yeah.
This is one of the oldest scientific museums in the world. Yes, smile like that. That's
I
right.
thought it was a gelato place, Richard.
The specular holds a staggering 3.5 mil stuffed animals, of which just 5,000 are on display. Added to that tally of taxidermy is their historical collection of anatomical waxworks.
What the hell?
Created in the 17th and 18th century for the study of the human body.
All I can say is it's pretty Christmassy.
Nailed it, yeah.
Let's get in the festive spirit with this guy. That is a pretty specific scene. If you're hanging out in here a lot, you're probably gonna want to ask some questions of yourself. This is a lot of fun over here.
He's still got a bit of face on him.
I'd say this is a second date kind of place. Once you've got to
I
know
don't know
me.
whether this would be good for any kind of date.
By the way, this place is open.
Yeah.
It's just not that popular.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. He's had a nightmare. You know, lots of people go out of their way to avoid looking at what's inside of a person.
They're very superficial.
Exactly.
Not us.
No. Thank you. And if that's not a Christmas message, I don't know what is. Just keep those sleigh bells ringing. What do you think about that?
Not my favourite place?
No?
No.
Bit too many innards for you. Innards, that's how I pronounce it, rather than innards.
Yeah, like, but sometimes it's good to have a part of your holiday.
Good.
So that the other stuff seems really good.
Thank you for that compliment.
You're welcome.
With our Florentine smackdown soon to be settled, we look to source souvenirs, which can later be palmed off as presents. If you come with an empty sack, Florence will soon fill it with bespoke goodness. And those insisting that things be made by hand rather than efficient machines have come to the right post-Renaissance conurbation, whether they seek fish hooks, 1 and 2s, or tomfoolery.
Is this a gelato place?
This is the next best thing. It's what you can sometimes find in a gelato.
Filastrucci's opened in 1720. They began as barbers, whose purview encompassed dentistry, pharmacy, and wigs for noblemen and ladies.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome in my shop.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having
9 generations later, Gabriele and his son Gerardo are still in the wig game.
You make the wigs yourself?
Yes, I make the wig and I am a makeup artist.
But you do not wear wigs.
I had it.
Is yours a
And
wig?
also the beer.
Shut the fridge. That's a wig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Get
What?
the
It's
heck
perfect.
out.
Eh? It's very
This,
good.
this is the best wig
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
And also this beer.
Get out of town.
That's fake as well.
No, you're kidding me. The beard's real. I don't know what's up.
Yes, I'm really.
The beard's real.
Yes,
You're
yeah.
real. Is your face real?
I'm really in the
You are
17th,
real.
20th century.
This is like quantum leap. I don't know
Because
why.
I am a very, very old, but I am
Please.
a makeup artist.
Hey, don't force me
Okay.
into a compliment. This guy.
Their wigs take up to 10 days to make and are fashioned from human or animal hair. Famous Filastrucci wearers include titans of opera Maria Callas and Luciano Pavarotti.
Look in the mirror, look. See?
It's good.
Yeah, it's like...
It's very good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can I try this one?
This barb,
This
okay.
beer.
Yeah.
For you, yeah, sure.
Straight.
Does your wig smell a bit?
You just look like you've powered through an animal and come out the other side.
Hello, I'm from Florence. I'm a lady.
Also mustache.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think there's not enough hair on
The
you.
matching moustache. I actually have an Italian auntie.
You're saying,
She doesn't shave.
wow.
This reminds me of her.
Okay, she'll be pleased to hear that.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, this is...
Merry Christmas.
Oh,
That's a whole
please.
head.
That's, wow.
Put that in a box.
Yeah.
Give it to your sister. Merry Christmas.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
What a lovely and thoughtful gesture that would be on Christmas Day.
Di sotto
Yeah.
no.
And then, oh, it's the detail. This is lovely. This has been a great Christmas experience right here.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much. That guy is closing deals in this town.
I think I could have picked up in there.
Hey,
More than just a week, if
Please.
you know what I'm talking about.
Our definitive investigation of Florence is nearing its denouement, and as a reward for good behaviour, I graciously allow Rebel to pick our final destination.
Ah, yes!
hey, come on. Please.
Okay.
Prego, pronto. What are you having flavour-wise?
You know what? I might go with the fruit flavour.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a more healthy option.
Yes, fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Can we have 2 gelatos?
Yes.
The biggest one
That you have.
you have.
Both cones?
Yeah.
cones.
Could I get please lemon and strawberry?
Of course.
That's very healthy.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, she's loading it up.
This is a 6-scoop affair.
Oh, great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Could I have chopped chip on the bottom, strawberry on the top, please?
Strawberry, so you too. Okay.
Thank you.
It's so great they've got the Christmas decorations up.
Oh, it's almost as if they've been briefed.
Yeah.
I need to make sure that I stop leaving my glasses out on the street. Because otherwise, it's a choice between being able to see
Yeah.
or looking like I'm undercover.
You could get laser eye surgery, you know.
You can smell it burning, apparently.
Huh.
Prego.
Grazie.
Grazie mille.
Yeah.
Hey,
Keep the change.
Thank you, you're so kind.
Thank
Have a good
you.
day.
we don't know how to say that last bit in Italian.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's go and assess.
2 sextuple cones rounds out a wad drop of 720 a head, excluding flights. I immediately call my tax advisors to see whether a deeply Christmassy mini break, rammed with rafts, art, anatomy and food, can legally be categorised as work.
Well, that war of attrition has been won.
Yeah. We finally got the gelato.
That's right, you've got
Cheers.
it. Is that even Viking? I don't know. So how do you feel? Do you feel that we did enough?
I feel like I'm finally over my jet lag,
Good.
just as I'm about to now fly back to Los Angeles and get more jet lag.
That's ideal. If I had to press you to list highlights, what
Okay.
would you start with?
For me, I'm more like an experience girl.
Okay.
Like the rafting,
Okay.
the truffle hunting,
Yes.
dinner in the silver factory.
Yes.
Yeah, for me, they were like probably my highlights.
Okay.
What about you?
Well, I did like the Botticelli.
Yeah.
I did like seeing David.
They're classics.
I quite like those two wig guys. I feel if we'd managed to spend more time with them,
Yeah.
we would have heard some things.
I think they quite liked me as well. They did both give me their phone numbers.
If you had to get a wig from one, who would you get one from?
Maybe the one with hair.
The guy with the hair. He was a curious fellow. But overall, this is a good city. I mean, they have every reason to feel pretty pleased with themselves.
I'd personally love to come back. I'd love
think-
to rent a villa.
Yes. You,
Eat and drink.
Clooney.
Yeah.
Well, all I can say, I suppose, is Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Now, before we go,
Yes,
seeing as it is Christmas,
clearly,
I actually bought you a Christmas present.
this is kind.
So,
Thank you. Wow,
here it is.
this is very nice.
It's to commemorate our time in Florence.
Okay.
Do you want me to hold your gelato?
You get your hands off my gelato. This is a special blend.
Yeah.
This is an Italian.
Okay.
I've already dripped some
You've already
gelato
dripped
juice
gelato on
onto
the
it.
gift.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
It's a commemorative goblet.
Yeah. Ta-da!
Wow.
There's two, actually.
That's excellent. And do I need to return this immediately after this shot? Or can I keep it?
No, it's a gift to you.
This is not a loan?
No.
That's very kind. All I'm saying is don't look on eBay for the next month. Because what's this? I mean, that's a decent whack.
Yeah, I mean, they're heavy.
I'm ashamed to say that you
Quality
are currently
silver.
eating your Christmas present.
This is my Christmas present?
Yeah. And in proportion to our incomes, this is probably the same cost. So, in a way, that's good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Real life as it happens on a single stretch of walkway. Meet the people and the stories heading through Arrivals Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. And then at the same time on Tuesday, checking the cost of Christmas time, valuing the valuable with posh porn at Christmas. Next though, from the ups to the downs to the honey jeans, Gogglebox 2016.